Hey guys, so today we are going to be playing Parasite in Love, which is a horror romance game where a parasite falls in love with us. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start this and see what it's all about. A rare infection from brain-eating amoebas is being blamed for the death of a North Carolina man. He was swimming in a water park earlier this month. The amoeba is usually found in shallow fresh water. It can cause severe headaches, fever, nausea, and vomiting, which can progress into having a stiff neck, seizures, and a coma. It's only infectious when the water is forced up the nose during activities such as diving and water skiing. According to the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, the amoeba is rare but overwhelmingly deadly. In the last 57 years, there have been 145 known infections, but of these, only 4 survived. The CDC says the illness is particularly difficult to treat because it is notoriously hard to detect and progresses so quickly. The next time you go swimming, wear a nose plug and avoid activities that involve being fully submerged in freshwater areas. This is Gabe Stewart and BS News. Day 1. You feel a rush of happiness as you continue your hike because you hear nothing but the sound of nature around you. Birds are chirping, the wind is rustling through the tree branches, and the water is trickling nearby. It is so peaceful compared to your busy office that is currently far, far away from you. The hundreds of emails you get as a project manager can wait until you return from your vacation. You finally arrive at the lake. The photos you looked through online couldn't convey the beauty of this place. You're so glad to stop here before entering the cabin you rented for your little vacation. Time to swim as a reward. The hours you spent hiking made you dip in the water all the more refreshing. Waves of relief wash over you as you swim around, and after a while you let yourself float to enjoy the moment. You close your eyes and breathe slowly. The sun heats up your face while the water cools your back. You hear a scream, and a wave pushes you to the side. You stabilize yourself, coughing and sputtering for air, trying to clear the water from your mouth and nose. A boy laughs as he bobs up right next to you. He smiles brightly without a care in the world. Be careful, you could have hurt us both. But nothing happened. His mother calls for him, and he swims away. As he steps out of the water, his mother already has a towel in hand and is drying his hair. You are a little envious. Clumsy with your words outside of work, you have a hard time connecting more with the people you love. Your friends and family do like to spend time with you, but you sometimes feel lacking when you try to show them the same affection. Maybe you would have an easier time if you had a family of your own. Your friend did tell you that her instincts as a new mother helped immensely when taking care of her baby. You hope that in your case the instinct would take over in talking to your child. How great would it be to have such a deep connection? You sigh and rise from the lake. You arrive in the cabin you booked for the next 2 weeks. The space is too big for just one person, but it also feels luxurious to have so much space to yourself. You basically checking this place out as a vacation home for the future family you've always dreamed of. Even if you don't have a partner, the thought of taking a trip together fills you with joy. By the fireplace, you look at the couches where you could snuggle with your future family. You smile, imagining your child imitating a bear as they wear the fur that drapes over one of the cushions. You stretch your arms out as you yawn. Time to unpack and get settled. You put your hand into your bag and take out your vacuum-sealed clothes. You pack them this way to make space for other things, your wallet, smartphone, food, toiletries, and some books to pass the time. After putting your stuff away, you go and take a shower. Half an hour later, you leave the bathroom refreshed and don a white robe provided by the rental, walking to the couch with a grin and a glass of white wine. Now this feels like a true vacation. You take out your phone and check it out of habit from your job. See if there's any messages. You have a message from your dad, mom, coworkers, and friends. Dad. Your dad always sends short messages like cloud with a photo of the sky attached. You must have inherited his blunt way with words. Photos. Your mother sent you some digital copies of old family photos when you were little. Your family used to visit the big greenhouse in the city center quite often. There are also some photos of you with coworkers. When did you take all these selfies with them? You must have gotten drunk at the last office party. Any milestone has to be celebrated is the motto of your boss, so parties happen pretty often. You don't know how your boss is able to make the company pay for so many, but you don't dare ask him. You scroll further back and finally find some photos with your friends. The last time you guys met was to say goodbye to a friend in the group who was leaving the country. You should call them sometime soon. Messages? Let's see. What does Mom have to say? Marlo, when are you coming home? You can't just leave for months, my dear. I bet you need some fresh vegetables from our garden, too. She likes to nag and remind you to do things, even though it's been years since you moved out. It can be annoying, but you know she's doing it out of love. Let's see. Friends. So when are we going on our trip? We've been trying to organize this for years. Let's at least try to make plans by the end of this year. You sigh. It's gotten so much harder to meet up since your friends group became adults. That's because I'm a workaholic. Have you seen my last email? You immediately regret looking at this. Yeah, I would. Let's be honest. Let's just close the phone. You yawn and decide to go to bed. Day 2. The sun warms your cheek and the birds chirp as you wake up. What a peaceful morning. It's been a while since you've slept this well. You check your phone and notice you've gotten a message from your dad. Attached is a photo of a flower he saw on his way to work. It brightens your day whenever he does this. Aww. You want to send him a photo back, so you decide that today you'll explore your surroundings, take pictures, and make some bookmarks with the flowers you find. After a quick breakfast, shower, and change of clothes, you're ready. Once you're outside, you take a deep breath. You can smell damp moss, flowers, and wet grass. It must have rained a little during the night. You decide to take your smartphone out and start your hike. Your shoes sink in every time you take a step on the pine needle covered ground. As you look around, the wind caresses the leaves above you, making their shadows dance on the ground. Soon you spot some small purple flowers growing nestled between fallen tree trunks. You squat down and take a picture up close. You stare proudly at your phone. A dewdrop on one of the petals reflects the sunlight, making the scene feel more magical. You stand up and send it to your dad, or at least you try to. You see your bad reception and give it another attempt, but it doesn't seem to go through. You decide to send it once you have better connection at the cabin. Then you look at the flower again. Upon further thought, they would be a pretty decoration for the bookmark when dried. You carefully pick one and make your way back. After you put your bag away, you fold a sheet of paper around the flower and tuck it inside a book. You press the book shut and then stack several more on top of it. That should make it flat and dried after a while. Then you remember to send the photo. Your dad just answers with nice, then a second later sends a photo back. You chuckle. You used to make them together when you were younger. I miss you, Dad. You shake your head a little embarrassed after those words escape your mouth. Somehow you can't bring yourself to send those words. You just write back, nice. After a long bubble bath, you are ready to prepare your dinner. You cut the meat on the chopping board almost in a rhythmic fashion. After a while of only eating takeout, it feels good to cook for yourself again. Are you cooking? It looks good. You let go of your knife too fast and it clatters to the counter. You whip your head around. No one was there, but you clearly heard a voice. Slowly you move around the cabin, peeking into each corridor, but you found no sign of anyone else in the house. Still anxious, you go back to the kitchen. You start the stove and sear the meat in the pan. The fat glistens and the smell makes your mouth water. You almost forget your previous strange incident. Hungry and impatient, you grab a fork and tear into the meat. It's still a little rare and bloody. You enjoy the flavor and relax, feeling the stress from earlier leave your body. Putting the odd incident behind you, you were still able to find some enjoyment today. Day 3. The morning alarm almost gives you a heart attack. With half-shut eyes, you search for your phone and hastily turn off the alarm. You sit up and massage your temples. It's been a while since you had a headache this bad. Sluggishly, you crawl out of bed and make your way to the kitchen. You brew some tea in hopes that it will help and take it with you to the living room. Are you feeling off because of all that hiking you did, or was it the rare meat? Several hours later, you breathe heavily as you lean against the cold white ceramic of the toilet. The last time you had to vomit was the last office party after securing a multi-million-dollar deal for the company. The constant flow of alcohol was the only thing making the loud music bearable, but the next morning you had a hangover from hell. You can't remember much else. Check the kitchen for bad food. You know you brought the food just before your hike, but you can't help but suspect that something you ate must have gone bad. No, not the bread or anything else in the kitchen. It's all fresh. Was it really food poisoning? Could it be some suppressed stress from work finally resurfacing, or was it too much sun after being holed up in the office for so long? You grab your phone and sit down on the couch. You decide to research some more with your phone and open the browser in order to look up your symptoms. Search. Do we have to actually search? Oh, we do. Symptoms. 1. The results suggest vomiting might be caused by infection, food poisoning, motion sickness, brain injury, or migraines. If it lasts for more than 2 days, you should call a doctor. That was kind of useless. What else we got? Can we close this? I don't know. What else? What else are our symptoms? Type. You're not sure why you typed that. I don't know. Maybe you should call a doctor now. Just when you're about to type in a number, your hand seizes up. Your phone falls onto the couch. What? What was that? You hesitate. You dropped your phone from a little muscle cramp. You've had those before. Whatever bug you've caught will probably pass by tomorrow morning. You get yourself some tea, a slice of toast, and rest for today. Day 5. You slept through an entire day, but you still feel weak when you wake up. You drink some tea and wonder if you should eat something, but you decide it would probably be better to wait it out until tomorrow and give your stomach more time to rest. It would be a waste of food if you had to throw it up again. You drag yourself to the fireplace and make a fire. You make yourself comfortable on the couch and watch the flames. They sway left to right. If you aren't careful, you could get lost in their hypnotic dance. You start to feel lonely. Even as you enjoy looking at the flames, you miss your mother's chicken soup that she cooked whenever you got sick. You snuggle even deeper into the blankets. Why did you have to get sick all alone out in the woods? Your mind drifts off and you look around the room in a daze. Is the room getting bigger? Maybe you just imagined it. It's alright. I'm here. You force yourself upright and seize the fireplace poker, brandishing it in front of you while you search for the source of the voice. You could have sworn it was right next to you. But there's no one else in this room. After what happened the other day, you've checked as much. Of course you're the only one here, right? You back into a corner so at least you aren't ambushed from behind. Then you take out your phone and try to call for help. No. An intense pain wells up in your head. You jolt in pain and let go of your phone. It hits the ground, bounces once, and then falls flat. You tremble as you kneel down to retrieve it. You sigh when you see that your phone is still intact. Okay, whatever just made its presence known seems like it doesn't want you to call for help. You don't care. Your thumb hovers over the dial pad. You're going to make that call. Call the police. That won't help. You nearly throw your phone out of fear, but you stop yourself just in time. You only feel a little pain. Tears roll down your cheeks. You hate this voice. It's swimming in your head, seizing up your hand. It's like it's controlling you. No. You sound delusional. What voice? You mean thinking, right? That's what everyone does. You're just fighting your own intuition, aren't you? You close your phone and go to bed. You hope this ends soon. Day 6. When you open your eyes, you're not sure what you're looking at. Colors, patterns. Why can't you focus? Good morning. Panic floods your body. There, at the foot of your bed, grins a ghoulishly colored man. Who the hell is he? How did he break in? You snatch a nearby pillow and throw it at the intruder, but it sails right through him. You stare in sheer disbelief. Are you a ghost? No, I'm a living being. We met at the lake. I was looking for a place to multiply, and you were just so warm and nourishing, I couldn't resist. And finally you can see me. He leans forward. Hi. I'm an amoeba. I think you humans call me negligerifoliary. Yeah, I'll ruin that. That's good. So I'm starting to see things. I need help. Wait. Are you getting a doctor? Of course. So you're trying to get rid of me? You feel intense pain as a new wave sends you into an agony. How could you? We need to stay together. Don't you understand? Okay, wait, please calm down. I won't do it. Good. The pain disappears. You feel even weaker than before. Exhausted, you lay back down on the bed. He's an amoeba. He's in your head. And he's sprouting more and more of him to root around in your brain. And the pain is killing you. Killing you. So wait, aren't I just gonna die then? He doesn't answer immediately. Don't say things like that, Marlowe. Isn't it wonderful we get to spend time together? You have a hard time wrapping your head around the situation, but what do you know? You're in bad shape, and this thing won't let you call for help. Did it have to be me? Wasn't there a better place for you? No, never. Well, of course, it's rare for my kind to infect humans. But I see it as a sign. You know what I saw when I got closer to your brain? Your wish for a family, Marlowe. It's as strong as mine. He comes closer and puts his head on your stomach. This is where a baby would grow, right? He breathes in deeply. Is this how a fetus in the womb feels? Why would they ever leave their mother's body? It's so warm and comforting inside you humans. A shudder runs through your body. You want to hit him and push him away, even though you know your hands would phase through him. To make this new family arrangement easier for you, I'll even let you call me now. Like your unrequited love from the university days. He can dig into your memories. I can offer you everything you couldn't have, but always wanted. Why are you frowning? Not happy? You put on your poker face. Who would have thought that your days dealing with rude stakeholders would come in handy for something like this? No, it sounds good. No, it sounds really good. Right? But suddenly his smile fades. He stands up and looks at you with worry. You're getting weaker. And you were enjoying yourself so much. It made me smile. What was that drink you had? White wine? Yes. I wish I could drink that with you. It's something you humans do with each other, right? Well, I guess we'll just have to take what we can get. Is there something we could do together? Oh, how about I sit with you at the dinner table? Is this him playing house with you? Should we roll with it or should we get indignant? I'm figuring if we get indignant, we're going to be in a little pain. Let's just roll with it. Of course, my dear. You shove down all the disgust you feel as fear has pushed you to say this phrase. Nell blinks. Then he smiles at you in pure bliss. Oh, God. Now I'm all flustered. Let's go after you. You walk to the kitchen while Nell follows you. You can feel his gaze on you. Your hand reaches for the pastry, but Nell interrupts you. You can't just eat bread alone. You're already weak. How about something more filling? I will try to lessen the nausea, so please. For us. You clench your fist. That's rich coming from him. You turn to the fridge and take out some eggs. You're fine if I just make some scrambled eggs, right? Yeah, that sounds better. The pain and nausea have truly lessened. Seems like if you humor him, you can at least try to keep your head clear enough to think. You hear now hum as you crack open some eggs and turn on the stove. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you glance at him as the eggs sizzle. He sits on a chair at the dining table, swaying left to right, happily waiting for you to finish cooking. What is this madness? This peaceful scene unnerves you more than anything, but you play along for now. After you choke down some bites, he leans forward in excitement. It tastes better with some company, right? Let's just go with I guess so. I guess you're still tired. I'm a little sad you're not as excited as I am. Sorry. Maybe I should be more patient until you get used to all this. Then he lets you eat in peace until you're finished. You clean up and begin to fidget as you're not sure how Nell wants to continue the day. Suddenly you get goosebumps and slump down. You heave, a wave of nausea surging through you. Oh no, I thought I could give you more time. He reaches for your arm, but it goes right through. I wish I could help you stand. After a few seconds, your nausea dissipates. How can you survive this situation? What should you do? Is there a way to be rid of him? Let's get you back to bed, all right? You both shuffle back to the bedroom. You lay down on the bed and Nell sits down beside you. He strokes your hair as you gradually fall asleep. Day 7. You hardly slept and you still feel weak. Your neck is very stiff and weird colors appear again before your eyes. Oh, you're awake. Good morning, dear. Oh God. You turn your head and see multiple nails next to your bed. You suppress the urge to scream. Here, I wanted to show you what our children inside you look like. There's even one that looks like you. Ah, here. Ooh. He puts a blob of blue mass on your lap. The way it gurgles and cries, it sounds desperately like a human baby. Oh. It coughs and some blue spit runs down its cheek. Isn't it cute? Sure, let's just... Yes, but we need to clean... Yes, but we need to clean up the spit. Oh, right. He takes the baby back and wipes up the spittle. Good. Are they well? Yes, we're all really healthy. Wonderful. Just great. Come get some breakfast once you're ready. You seem even weaker today, so I'll stay silent while you sleep a bit more, all right? You nod and lay down. After a few hours, you reluctantly sit up. Your grumbling stomach won't shut up. While you walk to the kitchen, you assess your situation and try to think of a plan. Nell won't let you call a doctor nor other help. He loves acting like a husband to you. If you humor him, he will try to lessen the effects of the infection. But if he stays, you will certainly die. You arrive in the kitchen and Nell shows himself. So you have enough strength to eat now. Great. How do I get out of this? Is there a way to somehow use his fixation on family against him? A slight headache interrupts your thoughts. What were you thinking so hard about? It's like something is moving around in your head. What are you doing? I just want to know what you're thinking. You tried your hardest to think about something positive about now. You can't risk him seeing what you truly think. Okay, let's try it. A lovely day to spend with my Nell. Oh, you charmer. He sounds absolutely delighted. The headache disappears and you sigh in relief. I think somewhere in your memories it said a little caffeine helps with a headache. Yeah, coffee sounds great right now. You put a kettle on and shake some instant coffee into your mug. Then you take a yogurt cup from the fridge and get a spoon. Nell eyes glimmer with excitement if he expects you to do some magic tricks. Is yogurt good? Yeah, it's sweet and cold and refreshing. After a while, you start to play with your spoon. Maybe it's better if you only eat a bit. You don't want to upset your stomach. Come on, eat a little more. We have more mouths to feed after all. The reminder makes you drop your spoon. What's wrong? Him. Everything about him and what he does to you. You stare at him with wide-eyed open eyes. You bite down hard on your lips to hold yourself back from giving him a piece of your mind. Are you angry? No, I know you're just worried. Well, we both want you to be healthy, right? So I'm allowed to be worried about you, right? Sure. This is a nightmare. When the water's ready, you pour some into your mug. After adding some milk, you mix the coffee and drink it. Do you feel better? Yeah. There's a palpable tension between you two. Now makes the first move, putting his hand on yours. Here, this might cheer you up. You see blue shapes glow and dance in the space between your hands. Do you like it? You slowly nod. Oddly, this beautiful dance of color comforts you. It pains you that he seems to care, despite being the cause of your suffering. Do you want to spend some time together in the living room? Maybe watch the fire in the fireplace? Nell sighs. Maybe sleep will help. I hope we can do something together tomorrow, Marlowe. Now, let's go. He walks beside you as you go back to your bedroom. Tomorrow you have to get it together, no matter what it takes. Day 9. You wake up in your weakest state yet. Your skull feels full and ready to burst. Your heavy limbs struggle to move on command. Your breathing is dry and ragged, and you're so attacked by shivers from a sweltering fever. You don't have much time left. You steel yourself and decide that you have to push through, no matter how upset he gets. You have to at least try. In your dizzy state, you look up, and there he is. Good morning. You wish dearly that he would just leave your body. He acts like a husband and wants to be a father. What a disgusting display of this fake family. Wait, a father? Now, I have a question. Yes. He strokes your hair as he speaks. How you wish you could smack his hand away. Why do you want to be a father? Well, I sort of already am, right? I believe I'm pretty good at it. Let's see what happens if we do this one. What? Well, at least not in the human sense. I mean, how could you have learned if you had no one to teach you? Then tell me. Children take priority. You think I don't know that? How many of your decisions are for your own survival? How much of this is really for the survival of our children? Good. He's getting insecure. You haven't really moved much. Are you too weak to stand up today? Is it even too hard to talk now? How about I dig a little deeper and see for myself? You feel something pushing and pulling inside your head. Show your memories of your dad. Show him what a great example he is. This has to sway Nell's mind. You remember your father and his big calloused hands. You stood next to him, barely reaching his waist, as you both work on a wooden toy. He looked away for a second, and you took the chance to use the grinding machine. After all, your father always looked so cool when he used it. Just in time, he pulled you away, injuring his own hand, but he just smiled and sighed. Oh, my cheeky little angel, you don't ever do that again, all right? You're so cruel, Marlowe. If I was human, I could be a husband you want, the best father for your children, but there's no way for me to follow his example. I can't even help you stand up. I'm just a small organism. He looks completely broken, sitting on the ground like a lost child. It's not just about strength now. It's his compassion. The will to put his own children first, no matter what happens to himself. And I don't know what we can do for our children. Really? Yes. We don't have to welcome death so early now. What? How? If you stay inside me, I will die with you. I don't mind if it's with you. You bite down hard. You bite down on your lips. Just continue. You've got him where you want to. You've got him where you want him. He's listening. But we're also murdering our children this way, Neil. Is that what a father does? Neil looks away. But what are we supposed to do? We go back to the lake. You and our children can survive there. Hope sparkles in Neil's eyes. But that hope gives way to sadness, darkening his face. But what about you? We would have to be separated for some time, but that gives me time to recover. Then I can come back and we can have more time together. But that means you have to walk there and swim in the lake. You could drown. That's what I can do as a... You don't really want to say the next word. Mother. A small sacrifice for our children. Tears form in Neil's eyes as he hugs you. The break of a cold sweat in place of his phantom touch. I'm scared, Marlowe. What if I survive and you don't? Then take care of our children for me. That I only realize now that you truly love us. Thank you. Sleep for now. While you sleep, I will try to lessen the symptoms and give you time to gather your strength for tomorrow. Finally, he agreed, like you expected. You just hope that your body can keep up tomorrow. You cling to that hope as you fall asleep. Day 10. You take a deep breath as you open your eyes. Neil stands in a corner looking worried. I can breathe a lot better today. He nods. You convinced me that we should try the lake, so the least I can do is lessen the pain. But your body is still in bad shape. You will see hallucinations, Marlowe. Are you sure you want to do this? You nod. This is the only way for us to be together, Neil. Neil comes closer and caresses your face. I wish I could carry you to the lake at least. But this is all I can do for you. Whoops. Try to lessen the effects and wishing for the best. You swallow back the insults you want to throw at him, at your murderer in front of you. Believe in us, Neil. You bite your lip before you continue. Believe in our love. You choke down the bitter aftertaste these words leave in your mouth. Yes, my love, I will. You drag your weakened body to the bathroom to wash your face and change your clothes. Then you enter the kitchen. After you force all of one bite of toast down your throat, you're finally ready to go out. Just days ago, you were so happy to hear birds chirping here. Now you have to try your best not to turn this into your last hike of your life. Although the colors are less aggressive than they've been for the past few days, you still see patterns dancing in front of your eyes. The forest is changing in shape, and sometimes the sounds are piercing to your ears, but you force yourself to ignore it all, to just focus on walking. You're so brave, Marlowe. You suppress the urge to make a snide remark. I'm just doing what I think is needed. I know, but you could drown. Funny how he reminds you of that when he's already killing you with just his presence. Now, try to think positively. I'm well aware of the risks, but this is the only way. The only way for me to survive, yes. For me too, Neil. But only because he won't let you call an ambulance. Something positive to talk about? How about our family? I will keep multiplying even there, Marlowe. I will multiply and create our children this way. I will take care of them so that We can all enter your body once you come back. It will be the family we both wanted, and even more time to spend with each other. Like you said, we don't have to welcome death so early. But I am still worried. It is so rare that my kind infects you humans, so even when you come back, don't worry. Just believe in our love. It is truly a special one. It will overcome all the odds. Right. You will never return to this place, though. But Neil cannot know this. Were he to sense your deceit, he would unbury the truth in your mind. There we are. You reach for the nearest tree and lean against it. You have arrived at the lake where you got infected. To think you would come back here in order to survive. Be careful, dear. You take off your clothes and enter the water. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is not cool. I was not expecting this. To hold it? Okay, this is... I'm gonna die. We're gonna drown. That's it. We're drowning. I'm sure of it. And my hand's cramping. You burn. Your wish to move into your limbs, but they only respond in small movements. Panic takes hold as you try not to sink. You hear Nell faintly through the water. Marlo, Marlo, please stay with me. This is far enough. I can go from here. As you try to stabilize yourself, you feel your body rapidly changing temperature. You scream in agony as your nerves bear burning fever and icy chills before you hack up the water you swallowed. After several excruciating moments, After several excruciating moments, you feel heat across your entire body. In a haze, you see tiny blue patterns leaving your skin and dispersing into the water. Seeing those tiny amoebas leave your body fills you with joy. Finally, you're free of him. But then a small spot on your hand doesn't move for a few seconds. You freeze and pray he hasn't heard your thoughts. Please come back to me, Marlo. He hasn't discovered your plans. At last you give him a genuine smile. I will. Please, if not for me, then for our children. Of course. I love you, Marlo. I always will. Me too. He whimpers and in a broken voice says his last words. Goodbye, Marlo. Goodbye, Neil. The blue color fades and the heat along with it. You gather all your strength again and swim to the lakeside. You can't help but move away as fast as possible out of fear that he might reinfect you. As soon as you touch the earth, you crawl out and cry. You scream out all of your fear and pain as you had to endure. Tears fall and you can't stop yourself from falling apart. Neil, you can't even form the insults you want to scream. You're so empty, so utterly spent that your infection-ravaged body, acting on sheer willpower alone, is on the verge of collapse. And then a sense of relief washes over you. He's finally gone. Finally, you can return home. Okay. That was it. guessing that was the good ending. Let me see here. There are 4 endings. I'm gonna assume that was the good one since we survived. I'm assuming like the other ones you die. Maybe there's one where you manage to get uninfected. Not sure. I may play through this on my own at a later date just to see what's what. But for now, if you want to try and your hand at getting one of the other endings yourself, you can go down into the description and I'll have a link there so you can go to the page and download it to play for yourself. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.